Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all keeping well. Welcome back to another live show on the channel. Match review and the player ratings from yesterday's 1-0 victory down at Craven Cottage. Yesterday, we keep up that good record at Craven Cottage. And despite it might not have been the greatest of performances of all time, it was 3 points on the board for us. I mean, Mason, it was 3 points. That's all we're bothered about.
Considering Man United bottled it again against Liverpool, and obviously disappointing that West Ham won yesterday when it should have been a draw. At least we've got the 3 points. That's the main thing.
Yep, that's the main thing. It is 3 points on the board for us. Well, you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed tonight's show, hit the thumbs up. It keeps us up those search results on YouTube. And, of course, please, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you really, really enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does make the channel grow as well. And that bell notification, that will let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video takes place as well. Feel free to donate if you'd like to do so. And if you want to become a member for just 99p, hit the join button to become a member. I'm just going to, Mason, I'm very fascinated by your thingy underneath Wembley again. Ole, ole. Go on then. Tell everyone, for the viewers that might not know what it's about.
Gators have booked a place to go into the FA Trophy final against Solihull was on the 11th of May.
Yes, they truly have. So well done to the heat of that.
But the fact is, they'll probably be a little bit pissed off with us and Villa fans because us and Villa do play at home on the same day, and both of them, both Gators and Solihull, are based in Birmingham and Newcastle, and not far from Newcastle.
Yes, so we'll wait and see.
I feel like the Villa game will probably get moved because they do play Liverpool on that weekend, which will probably get moved anyways.
Yeah. Just before we start the show, guys, some very, very sad news to bring you. And that was the passing of our former manager and, of course, director of football, Joe Kinnear, who has sadly passed away at the age of 77 through vascular dementia. We know he wasn't a lot of our fans didn't really rate him much, but for someone to pass away with an illness like that is absolutely heartbreaking. And, of course, we do always send our wishes and our thoughts out to all of his family during this sad time for him. As well, even Newcastle United have posted out on social media sending their best wishes as well. So, again, a very sad day for football. Rest in peace, Joe Kinnear.
I'm just going to say a few things. Obviously, I wasn't around when he was a manager, but I was around. Obviously, I was around in football when he signed Remy when he had to step down.
Yep,
because of which was not known that he was very he took ill. But
he's had heart issues. He's had unfortunately heart attacks before as well.
I've heard that he had a stroke, but correct me if I'm wrong, but Billy did say he had a stroke before the West Ham game.
It was something. He had something. I know that. But again, all our thoughts go out to his family during this sad time. So again, rest in peace, Joe Kinnear.
And the fact is as well, apart from that spell at Newcastle, for what he did for obviously when Wimbledon were around, and obviously
he did a good manager career at Wimbledon. He did well there.
He was a decent. Obviously, Tottenham and all. Good evening, David. I haven't seen you for ages, mate.
Yeah, we'll get to his coming when we get into it. So, BS says, evening, guys. Busy tonight. Would just like to say Cardiff are massive. I didn't know what happened with Cardiff. So,
they got beat 3-1 yesterday for City, man.
Oh, well, evening. So sad about Joe Kinnear. Horrible illness. He wasn't great at Newcastle, but I never forget when he told it pissed me off when I found it hilarious, says Brian. Up the Sheffield, Chelsea drew. It's all about the 3 points. I have no idea what on earth that first half was. Jesus Christ. I've seen under Eddie. I mean, I know you've only probably caught the highlights, Mason, because you were Gateshead yesterday, but majority of that first half was absolutely terrible by us. And I wasn't paying attention to this, but it was apparently during the drinks break. Apparently, Eddie had a right dig into the players, and if he has done, rightfully so, because, I mean, I think it was terrible. I mean, you could probably judge by that if you just saw highlights, Mason, about that we were getting pretty coughed apart at times by Fulham.
I only found out until Paul said it on TTR, which came as a shock to us. But something's got. The fact is, he's doing that, but he picks half the team. He picks some of the players to start, but I let him do it. I mean,
well, yeah,
he's doing that, but he constantly picks players who are being playing shite, i.e., showing long stuff.
He was terrible again. I thought Murphy had one of his worst games as well yesterday. His crossing was all over the place yesterday, and his control on the ball was all over the place as well, and his passing was terrible as well. Willock, I thought, did nothing again for me yesterday. That kid doesn't look fit. He does not look fit at all. And he was taken off, possibly he's still apparently feeling the thingy of his Achilles. Now, it was coming out of the second half. He was running around around the pitch in flip-flops with an ice pack on his heel. So we'll see we get more on that, but I thought Willock did absolutely nothing yesterday for me. He's not looked fit at all. I don't know what is going on there. Anderson came on and did a hell of a lot better than what Willock was doing yesterday, I'm afraid. It was something not right with Willock at the moment. Good evening, Mr. Drew DB. Hope you're well. Longstaff, I'm done with him until he gets surgery. He's like an oil tanker in midfield. I'm not going to disagree there, Brian. He was poor. It was so poor from him. I mean, I'm getting fed up with these poor performances now. But we'll have to wait and see on the update of Willock by the looks of it. So it could be still a Longstaff. But even though Willock hasn't been doing anything as well, that's been the thing. And we're still without Joe Linton at the moment. We still haven't got Tonali still serving a ban, unfortunately. So,
that's it is. It was said earlier when he first got the injury that Joe Linton could be back in a few weeks.
Well, we'll see. Good evening, Lawrence. Good evening, Julie. Well, I will say that first off, I thought everyone had a shag before the game. It was that poor. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me in a way, Brian, because in majority we were shocking in that game. Well, first half particular. Second half was a lot more better. I think both games for us in Villa that weekend will be televised. Rest in peace, Joe Kinnear.
Now, because the fact is we do play Brighton on that weekend, and obviously both teams are fighting for Europe, aren't they?
Yep. Good evening, David. I hope you're well. I've just got back from traveling across Asia for the past couple of weeks. Great to see you back on here, Mason. I hope you had a great time out there, David.
Can I just quickly ask something? But I'm surprised Pierre Viking hasn't said anything. But how many Thai birds did you caught up, Mister R?
I have a cold, says Ian. Hope you feel better soon, Ian. I'll have to catch up on some recent shows. Have the usual Friday shows been wild as usual? Absolutely. We went. We didn't have it on Friday, unfortunately, because I was sent down. I was down at Fulham again, and I headed down the day earlier. So,
what time did you leave?
It was quite in the evening, actually.
Fucking hell!
But I tell you what, I was tuning into TDR Friday when I was on the train heading downwards, and I've got to say, Billy's beef. My God, absolutely hilarious, man. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, my word. That was so funny, that. And I couldn't stop laughing when I was seeing that. So absolutely brilliant that was. I was like, Paul Fulham was all over us, butter my arse, and I had maple syrup. Yeah, possession. I don't really remember shots on target. Apparently, Willock needed surgery since last month when, did I mention I have a cold?
We need to if he comes in the chat, we need to take the piss out of Ian Fleming.
Oh yes,
93rd minute equaliser against Rangers.
I tried to major Vince attend discuss his takeover plans for Swansea. I mean, problem with Fulham yesterday, they had a few opportunities. They they were poor in the final third. That they haven't got that striker who could score so many double-figure goals a season. I mean, who's number? Is it 19? What numbers? Who's he?
Oh, Nunez.
Yes, I mean, he didn't do a lot for me. I thought. I didn't think Jimenez did an awful lot for them when he came on.
Yeah, what it is, I'll be like, they're missing the Bros. I believe.
Oh, did he come off the bench? I can't remember. I know he was on the bench.
You know what it is. They need a Mitrovic in the summer.
They need that kind of striker, don't they?
They need. They're not the same with Mitrovic League.
No. Right. I think that Fabian Schär goal should have stood for me. Right. Let's get on to it, Mason. Was the goal rightfully disallowed or not?
You know what it is. I didn't see because I was at the Gates game yesterday. It looked like he did push him.
It's a funny one because he does go with the thing.
It looked like who was it? Bassi.
Yes, Bassi.
It looked like he did. You know what it is? It did look like he pushed him.
Yeah, I mean, you could say he does push him, but you've got to say in a way that Burn does have a right to try and jump for the ball as well.
Aye, but I mean, lowers the game if you're pushing in the box, friend. Obviously, it's a free kick the other way.
Well, apparently, Matthew Reesbeck on, I think, was it Matthew?
Razor.
Yeah. Matthew Reesbeck and
just call him Razor because that's what people call him. Just call him Razor. Just call him Razor.
I think they were a bit thingy. They think the goal, there was nothing wrong with it. Even Shearer tweeted it out on Twitter to say that he didn't think there was anything wrong with the goal as well. I mean, well, you know what? When the referee was going to monitor, you know what was coming after that, unfortunately.
You know what it is? He looked at it. He looked like he's a referee who I've never seen before.
I think that's the first time I've seen him referee a Premier League game, I must admit. I don't think I've ever seen him referee like a Premier League game ever.
Lawrence mentioned that he came off for Palhinha in the 85th minute.
I must have probably seen much of him. If Longstaff doesn't improve soon, he'll be shown the door.
Hope you're doing well, Colin.
Yeah,
I'll probably see you Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. We won. Yep, I think with 3 million injuries, winning away from home is a good thing. Do you know what? Yeah, it is. Yeah, Bruce, he came on for part. Yes, he did. But I don't think he did a lot, though. That was the thing. So, but see, that was Fulham's problem yesterday. The fact is, Mason, if you don't take your opportunities, you will be punished for it.
If Mitrovic was still there, there would have been 3-4-0 up.
It could have been, yeah. Do you know what? It could have been in that first half.
Because I've seen some of the chances. If that was Mitrovic, he would have been scoring them like.
Yeah. I believe he could have well been as well because they wasted some glorious opportunities. I thought, the shots were just straight at Dubravka itself. I think the most time Dubravka really got tested was in the second half. Was that shot in the second half that they had? That was the only one because.
What happened to Harvey Wilson? What happened to Harvey Wilson?
I can't remember what happened with him actually.
No, because I heard people saying that he went down. When anybody ruined him on the technical.
I've not heard anything to see what it is. Just go over one. It's bad one going around. Hope you well. Keep it well, Lord Julie. AP says Geordie, congratulations on Newcastle Instagram. That pic that was taken when I was down at the FA Cup game. But I didn't. Unfortunately, I didn't feature on them. I wasn't seen on TV this time, unfortunately, which was a little bit good. Gut wrenching. However, I did jinx twice though, and the reason for that was right then because here again, right, the cup game we played in the green kit, so I went and I thought you went in the blue kit in the FA Cup game, right? So Saturday I thought, right, we're gonna wear the green kit again. Oh no, we wear the blue kit this time. And I went and jinxed it again.
David Tron, if you're watching, because he normally watches the show. David Tron, if you're watching, you always jinx. If you're watching, David, you're admitting now you always jinx at the Gates games. David Tron is a big fan of channel, by the way.
So yeah, I jinxed it wearing the wrong hit twice going to Craven Cottage, but never mind.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
One before that. Do you think that Fulham could do something special with our squad?
Nah.
He's done okay, Marco Silva, but I don't think he's anywhere near Eddie Howe at the moment. He's a good manager for mid-table, I would say, but I think some of his some of his comments after a game were a bit can be very what's the word?
Hypocrite.
Sort of, or very full of excuses. By the way,
hypocrisy.
Apparently we wasted a lot of time because of Dubravka's injury. I mean, well, Dubravka was feeling something. Yeah, that's it. Did you see?
Fuck off, Andrew.
Did you see Sinclair down there? Yes, we did. We pretty much. We did. I did. We were. We were spending. Yeah, I did. It was disgusting to see, and thank God, and he's blocked them as well, which is brilliant because there was some disgusting comments when him and Adam Pearson were taking a photo of them together, and there were some right horrible people on there. And I'm glad John's got rid of them and called them out as well, which is great. It was great to see John, and we did hang around together throughout the whole day, actually. So that was great to see Sinclair down there. Hi, yeah, Mr. Fleming, what happened? Ian, man. Ian, what happened, Ian? And that's give Rangers have got a game in hand. Ian. Oh, man. Same thing, Ian. Don't be on my telly. You brought the last two. Even the lads saw you and Sinclair leaving Craven Cottage yesterday, but I was on before. No, you never. Shame, Tom. Never mind.
I just want to ask you and Tom, how were the trains?
Mine was fine. All fine. The issues at all for me.
All the issues. And I know it was delayed today because of the weather.
It was all fine for me. Left on time going down, left on time coming back.
It's just came on Sky Sports News now with the Rangers goal.
Oh, Bernie. Well, thanks. I was just saying.
This is the Welsh doing it for the Welsh.
How quiet were Fulham? Never seen a quieter crowd. Only a few seconds have come on. Fulham. Yeah, Fulham fans are not really that fantastic in terms of atmosphere, I've got to admit. That's what the woman Roger coming away with. Good evening, Paul. Don't know what you were talking about, Pete. Ian. You sure? Did you not go on the beer ball, Pete? I couldn't remember. I don't know if they were doing one. That was the thing. I saw nothing on social media to say they were doing one. I only seen film highlights. I'll see if I can find the home game later.
Oh, God. He started already and he hasn't been there for ages.
I feel sorry about Paul. What happened to on Tuesday? We all do. I mean, hopefully he's going to get that sorted as soon as possible. Train's okay. Had to get the train back to Macamlan yesterday. Oh, you were saying there, Tom, as well. And David's comment, no.
He got the tennis on them on Friday.
Oh, did he?
Aye.
Oh, that's good. So.
Oh, by the way, I know there's another team who I don't like in the South, Swansea, but I had to go past Bristol City wankers in Newcastle today. Oh God, please. Just to let you know, I do not like Bristol City because of the rivalry. So
fair enough.
Hello, Annie, if you're watching.
Never a pen for Rangers. I've not seen the highlights actually, and so I can't see anything on it yet. Train back was mad. Load standing. I had reserved seats, so people swinging from the luggage racks. It was a bit raggy and suddenly waiting for the metro back to. Good grief, man, Tom. Jesus wept. Good evening, Lee. Hope you're keeping well as well. Right then, let's talk about our number 39, Mr. Bruno Guimarães. I mean, as soon as that goal got disallowed, that just made me a bit more hungry, Mason. And just puts his boot through it, bang.
You know what it is? Nice try, Ronald. It's just what you get from a player of his caliber. Obviously, captain it off with 100 appearances for Newcastle as well.
Yeah, 100 is 100 appearances for the club as well. Brilliant.
It's just mad. The best midfielder in the world scored his 100 goal for Man City, and obviously one of the best midfielders in the Premier League scores on his 100 appearances. It's just
insane,
isn't
it?
I'm talking about De Bruyne, by the way.
Oh, that goal was belt. I've seen that.
That was
Pub next to me sounds like fucking Metallica are on. Hey, there you are.
Man, that was De Bruyne's 100th goal for Man City. What a fucking player, though, man.
Oh, he's been brilliant, De Bruyne. He's such a quality player, Kevin KDB. I've made some comments there. Def, I bet you were pined. Could be waste up a blasting out the pub beside me, says he. Fulham empty seats. You must have taken a leaf out of Sutherland's book. There was quite a few empty seats actually. Team of the home. I had to walk literally 20 minutes to get the metro, says Brian. Wow.
Were they kicking off with the Corns again? Jonas?
I don't think they were actually. Because I couldn't see any really much protest about going on, I must admit. So I did watch final 6-0 Minty scored 2 and assist to 1. Yes, he did. Brilliant.
That's what you get from the Yanks.
Great points, so lads. Keep us in with a decent show. The fact is, Mason, we've closed the gap to 2 points behind Man United now. We could have gone 7th if West Ham slipped up. But Chelsea going to slip up against Sheffield United, of all people. And we're 3 points in front of them. So it's still open, possibly even 6th place now is opened now.
Yeah, what it is, considering I loved Ollie McBurney. What a fucking equaliser, man. Considering I loved Ollie McBurney when he was at Swansea. And by the way, Ollie McBurney is a Rangers fan and also they've gone
He says, "Diff you a pen, bet you a pint." Again, if you don't bring him Minty, that'll be a tad aggrieved. We've got to see what Minty's like in pre-season. To be fair, the new posh stand not fully completed yet. No, it hasn't. Cracking snooker game between O'Sullivan and the Welsh Pot Machine, currently 6-5 to Williams. Interesting. Ref wasn't going to give it, though, was he? It was a different incident, wasn't it? First firm derby. I watched it in years. I didn't get a chance to watch it. Well-deserved goal for Bruno. Great to see him score for his 100 appearance. He'll be here for years, Bruno. Hopefully he is. No protests. No, there wasn't. Bruno was outstanding. He carried the midfielder to top it up with a goal in his 100 game. We got Chelsea on our arse now, though. Yep. How come you and Tom are mods on? Yeah, and that's TDR Paul asked me to be one, but had to be exclusive to TDR. No, just how it is, Ian.
If he's in the chat, Billy will probably let you know.
Yeah, Liverpool should have put Man U in away in the first half. Does it only Billy still tend a few home Swansea games, Mason?
Yes, he does. But he is a Rangers fan.
Caddy Pub 8 bells near the tube station, which was all NUFC. Nice turn and walk by the Thames to Craven Cottage. Weird shared home and away turnstiles and concourse. This seems that stand seems very temporary. It is.
There's a 1 year King's Cross where I went last year when Gates were there, because there was a few Leeds fans there, because Leeds fans were playing West Ham.
And just no exclusivity to TDR, says Tom. Oh, well. I think I just made some people mods on this channel because you're Celtic Ian, says Andrew.
You know what it is? It was an Irish bar. I forgot the name. It's just not far from King's Cross and all. Just over from King's Cross, but I forgot the fucking name.
All right. Hi, David. The old time zones are class. So yeah, but it was great for Bruno. The Dolphin is an UFC pub near King's Cross. I've not been there yet, actually. I still haven't been there yet, actually. There was a couple of ones when it was one of the pubs in Hammersmith. There was some Toon fans in there. I forgot the name of it, but just to say it costs an arm and a leg when you have a drink in London. That's all I can say. Heard of the Dolphin around there. I saw why, but I've not been in it yet, and I wouldn't mind like to try that out if the next time I'm down in London one time. So yeah. But again, it was great for Bruno to get his goal and to win us the game. And we just held out for the rest of the game there, Mason. Ian and Peter Mason and all in the chat. Is it time we started to play? Is it time now, Mason, for against Spurs? We play Bonds on the left and Gordon on the right for next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because their defense is much better than last year, like.
Yeah, I think it was because as soon as we brought Harvey Bonds on, we completely changed as a team as well. We looked a lot more at the Bonds controls and things. It's on email he sent me. Tom said something about having problems with it. To be fair, it wasn't that different to drinking in the tune. Price wise, still a rip off though. Yeah, absolutely. But one of the stands in Craven Cottage. It's like a very small stand. It's called the Bar, I think it's called, and they only charge about £4.80 for two of the pints that they serve there. Apparently, whereas the other stands it's about £7. But the other I think it is called the Bar. It's like a very small mini stand that serve two lagers there, and they're only charging £4.80 a pint there that one. So that's why I went to that one. Even like the Dolphin 3/4, Newcastle 3/4 Celtic when I was there years ago. I heard Arsenal increasing their stadium food prices by 15% next season, Peter. Should make food picks interesting, Pete. £30 a burger. Oh, Jesus wept. It's about 14 quid a pint in London, Peter. Think, well, me, my sister, and in Sinclair, we went a pub, as I mentioned, in Hammersmith, and
Sinclair didn't drink.
He wasn't drinking alcohol, but in total, the price that we paid for 3 drinks came to about 17 quid. Jesus, I had like the path before I paid 14 quid. I had a very max average burger and a Pepsi Max for £8.10. Set it for the food picks you did, Tom, and I'll put that on next Friday's show. I will not forget to put that on next Friday's show. And yeah. But the main thing is now, Mason, it's just looking for points now for Europe next season. I don't think, but we still would like to see performances a lot more better still because, I mean, if Fulham had a better striker on the day, they would have scored in that game.
He would have. Sorry, I was just texting me, mate, because to double check what that bar was called when we went last year. It's like a little small white one, if anybody knows. What was the question again?
We need to start up with these performances because the fact is if Fulham had a better strike on the day, they would have scored.
They would have. Considering who we've got on Saturday, it's come at the right time, to be honest.
So hasn't it? So, yeah. I think I'll message you a food pick for next Friday. So, cheers, Lawrence. Evening, Pete. Hope you're well. And people just were going Pete and Lawrence into the chat as well. I mean, going back to the Eddie Howe having a right thingy at them during the drinks break, it was. I mean, I don't think you can blame him. But you've got to. That wasn't before. That wasn't good enough. That.
It wasn't. It wasn't. But you look at Postecoglou. When his players are playing shite, he kicks off very bad. Probably one of the most passionate managers I've ever seen.
I mean, I know. Tell you what, Bruno was really furious when Ches got disallowed. But it's a good thing.
There's I.
West Ham are somehow still picking up points despite playing some football in the MySpace game next week is a must win for surely. Revenge early in the season, they embarrassed us. It's going to be a hard game next week, though. That's the thing. £46 a pint in Spoons Pub in centre of London. Wow. Mark Williams ever sees anymore, he will becoming his arsehole. I shall be sending beef sausages and mint sauce as my pick entry, says Andrew. Oh. So, yeah. But I wanted West Ham's goal. It's a funny one as well because they're giving it because they impeded on the goalkeeper. But a lot of people think that there was nothing wrong with the goal as well.
You know what it is? It was the fucking Dolphin where I went last year.
Ah, see.
It was. I've just double checked it. My mate just said I couldn't remember. It is the Dolphin where I was last year where I got off the train.
There you are then. The disallowed goal just made us more determined, although we were well on top by then anyway, yeah. Lewis, good evening. Rest in peace, Joel. Yeah, very sad news on what happened to is Joe Kinnear as well. Beef sausages. beef sausages. Pork in it? Well, unless Andrew's found some beef sausages out of nowhere, God knows where from. So, But anyway, we'll do the player ratings now. Do you want me to just do them, Mason, since you only caught the highlights?
As you want to. 2 minutes and put them on.
No problem. No problem. So I'll do the player ratings in. So here we go. Remember to take part in the chat as well. Or what you would give the players from yesterday's performance as well. From the back alleys, says Lewis. Yep. Okay, then. Right, then. First one is I'm going to go with Dubravka. And you know what? Dubravka, very much better from Dubravka yesterday. He came off his line a lot with Yatu to come for collect a lot of balls as well. Some of the shots were really well, just struck at him a lot of the time, but he was at one to save one in the second half, which was the one he was really only tested at as well. So I got to go with what should we go with? I'll go with a 7 for Martin Dubravka. So very good, much better performance from him as it has been of late. So I was really pleased it was a lot more better. When the Fulham bring Ama Traore, it changes the game for him. The problem is with Traore, he's got great pace. He's just his end product's absolutely non-existent. That's the problem with Traore. It's just his end product is non-existent. Tom's going for 7. At the moment, only 6th place will guarantee European football. 7 and 8 depends on FA Cup winners and whether England gets an extra Champions League place. Could well be. Dubravka 6-1-7 from Ronald, a 6 from Lee. Someone told me earlier about Joe. I thought he was joking. Yeah, no, it's a very true story. Unfortunately, he has passed away at the age of 77. Wayne's going for 7 for Dubravka as well. So, okay, then on to Mr. Emil Kraft. Started the game a little bit all over the place, but you know what? I thought he really improved throughout the rest of the game. I thought did have to cover a couple of times as well, which is really, really good from him as well. So yeah, I thought that was a really good performance from Emil Kraft. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. I thought he did very well as well for me. 1-7, 1-7, and a 6 from Tom as well. Okay, then. So we'll go into the centre of defense now. Fabian Schär, and I thought he was really good yesterday. Much better than it has been the last couple of games as well. He defended very well when he had to. Got really, really stuck in. I thought there was a little mistake he did as well. But other than that, he was really, really good yesterday, Mr. Fabian Schär. That's back to his best now from what I've seen as well. So an 8 for Fabian Schär for me. Very well for me yesterday. Well, at least I got my jokes, says Andrew. We are a point of 6. I don't think they got your joke. Schär an 8, 7, 8, and a Schär for 9. Rest in peace, Joe Kinnear. Yep. Okay, then. And alongside him was Mr. Big DB, and that was Dan Burn. And I thought he did very well again as well yesterday. You can tell now he's playing in his proper position now, which is centre-back and not at left-back. And you can tell his correct position suits him a lot more better now. It really, really does. And I'm going to say an 8 for Dan Burn as well for me. I thought very, very good from him. Definitely from Dan Burn. Again, so an 8 for him as well for me.
Well, let's give him man in the match.
Takes a kind of will skill. Tom Burn, 8. Burn a 9 as well. He's going for 7, which we do bring on to now. Lewis Hall, again, started the game a little bit all over the place as well. He got outdone a couple of times in our first half. I really, really thought. But you know what? Again, improved throughout the rest of the game, which was really, really good. And I'm glad this kid's been given the opportunity now. I'm really, really delightful for him. Coming off a cramp, he did throughout the rest of the game. He's a very, very young lad. And of course, he hasn't played a lot this season, but now we're starting to see him get those game time now, which is fantastic. And Hall very well for me yesterday. As I mentioned, started off a little bit all over the place, but again, improved as soon as the game got on. So an 8 for him as well, which I'm going to give. Yeah, they just need to go back and read it carefully. Yeah. Outstanding captain and sim to the tune. I give you 2 and 9, says Colin. Cheers, Colin. Chairman of the match for me. Ronald a 7 and a 7 for Hall as well. Okay, then, right then. So we'll go into the middle of midfield. And we got to kick it off with this man here. Mr. Bruno Guimarães. And just sensational. Sensational for me as well. Just controls that midfield of ours. Just brilliant. Discipline-wise, he's been very, very good as well. One more game left until the cut-off point for 10 yellow cards is now done. But he's just fantastic in there. Took his goal brilliantly. Leno had no chance of saving that as well. And Bruno was just magnificent, and he was my man of the match for me yesterday. So Mr. Bruno Guimarães, he gets a 10. 10 out of 10 for Bruno. And you can tell what that goal meant to him as well. Fantastic. His celebration was class as well. So a 10 for Mr. Guimarães. 10 out of 10. He was brilliant yesterday, and that's why he gets a 10 from me. 10 from Tom. 1 from 9 from Ronald and Wayne. Bruno a 604. Lee catching up with some. Share 7. Craft a 5 bin. 9. Hall and 8. Bruno 10 man of the match from Lee as well. Okay, then. So now we go into the other 2 centre midfielders. Who do we start off with first? Because the rest of the 2 were shocking as well. We're absolutely shocking. I will start off with Willock, and I'll give him a 1. He did absolutely nothing for me yesterday. He did absolutely nothing. And I don't know what's wrong with Willock at the moment, and that's very disappointing to see. It was poor from him. It was really, really poor from him. And Willock did absolutely nothing yesterday, and he's getting a 1 from me. He was terrible. He was really terrible for me. So terrible. Did absolutely nothing for me. So it's a 1. So as I mentioned, it's a 1 for Willock. 1-4 from Tom. I think 4's generous there. I don't think he did anything at all. 1 from Ronald, a 3. Willock a 5. I think 5 absolutely generous. Willie's going for a 1. He was terrible yesterday. I didn't think he did out at all. I didn't do anything at all for me. Right then, Longstaff. And he was poor again for me. I'm getting fed up with this now. I'm just getting sick of the same old bullshit performances from Sean Longstaff week in, week out now. We can probably drop him if I don't know what's happening with Willock, but Willock's been terrible as well. We could do with Joe Linton back very, very soon. Praying. I'd rather play one of the youngsters at this rate than Longstaff. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Longstaff, I'm giving a 1 as well. He was terrible again. So, shocking for me. 1. Better second half. Is it enough? Nah. I think it's poor. It's just so poor for me. Was a 3. There's a Vincent man. 1. Joe White starting next Saturday could be a good idea. I'm just getting sick of the same old rubbish performances from Longstaff again. It's just terrible, man. Absolute terrible. Okay, then. So we'll go into the 3 in attack now. Start off on the right, Jacob Murphy. That was one of his awfulest games as well, I've got to say, from Jacob Murphy. That was terrible as well for me. His crossing was all over the place. One time he put a ball in and it went straight out to the other side for a goal kick. Very disappointing that was from Murphy yesterday. That really, really was terrible. And you wonder what went wrong there with him. So I'm going to give Murphy a 1 as well. It was terrible from Murphy. His crossing was it was terrible yesterday. His control on the ball was all over the place. So it's a 1 for Murphy as well. You cannot rate one Pete just to standard 5 is poor, says Wayne. He was harried second off. I don't know if it was. But you see, he had a chance, Longstaff in front of goal, and he blazed it right over. Before we won, says Ian, yes, we did. It's a 5 from Murphy as well. I thought Murphy's crossing was shocking yesterday. On the left-hand side, Mr. Anthony Gordon, I'm glad he was back, and he was brilliant yesterday. His skill on the ball, I think he had Castagna on toast, and he was glad. Both sides he did very, very well yesterday. I thought Gordon was spectacular for me. Mr. Anthony Gordon, I'm giving a 9. I thought he was exceptional yesterday, and I'm glad he's back within the team after that suspension. So Anthony Gordon, I'm giving a 9 for yesterday. He was exceptional. 1-9 from Tom, and a 1 from 8 as well. Last one of the starting 11, Alexander Isak. I thought Isak was very anonymous a lot of the time in that first half. He was a chance, and his control on the ball was very poor, and I thought he went missing a lot in that first half for me. I really, really thought he did. Second half, he did a little more better. He had a chance at the end of the game as well, which was saved by Leno. It was okay from Isak, and again, really, really disgraceful news that apparently his house was raided by idiotic people, and hopefully they are caught and have the key thrown away for what they have done. If this has been reported out, because it looks like it's going report now that Isak's house was apparently burgled. Hope his family are okay as well.
They nicked his car and dumped it halfway. They dumped it and all. That nicked his car.
And hopefully them people are caught. Awful to hear, man. In terms of Isak's rating, I'll give Isak a 7. I thought second half he was a lot more better. First half he kind of disappeared a lot, I thought, but he's been better in the second half. To me, it's for goals, a 10 for goals. It's difficult to rate a player as a 1 when we win, but we've got to see how it is. And I thought Willock, Longstaff, and Murphy were shocking yesterday. They were terrible. 7, Smates, 7.5. Oh, he's Rodnell got a mixed up of 6 and 7. Judy's for 6. That's Jolin, Trippier, and Isak. They are all back. Albanian gangs, tonguing and rich people houses. That's disgusting. They need key thrown away for that. Someone tried to nick one of his cars. You were saying, Mason?
I heard about that.
I heard about that. Peter would have battered them. Hate shy like that. It's terrible, man. You've got to think about the family as well. And there's just no need for it. There's just absolutely no need for it as well. So that is all the starting 11 as well. Right, we'll get into the substitutions now. First of all, kicking off with who came on in the first half for Willock was Ellie Anderson, and I thought Anderson was very good yesterday as well. Control on the ball was a lot more better. It was way more than what Joe Willock did in that first half. Anderson was very, very good for me yesterday. I'm giving Anderson an 8. I thought he was very good yesterday. So an 8 for Ellie Anderson. I thought brilliant when he come on. Did very well. Control on the ball was exceptional as well. So that's why I'm giving Anderson an 8. It's from Ronald, Tom, and Julie as well. And of course, the other substitution that was sort of quite early in the second half as well was Harvey Barnes, and he helped change that game as well for us. And for me, he should start next week against Spurs, and I'll have gone on the right-hand side. Did very well for me, Harvey Barnes, yesterday, so I'm giving him an 8 as well. I thought he did very well for me yesterday, Harvey Barnes, and he starts next week for me, and I play going on the other side as well, because we're coming up against a Spurs side, so we're going to have to really, really have our attacking players on for that. So I hope Barnes starts next week. So I think it must have been a little bit harsh for him after playing pretty good against in the past couple of games as well. But hopefully he starts next week for me because I really, really believe he should. So me for Barnes 1-9, Barnes for 9 as well from Julie. But he's left going. Barnes left going as right as lethal. I agree, and it really, really would be as well. So, right. The last substitutions were very late in the second half. So, of course, we had Paul Dummett, and of course, we had Matt Ritchie right at the end of the game. So, I'm not going to rate them, unfortunately. So,
when I heard Dummett was coming on, I thought, Jesus Christ, man.
I was thinking the same as well at first, Mason. And yeah. But Fulham just couldn't do anything in the final third, so I think that's why we managed to see the game out pretty well. So, but no went on for a longer time. Put him at a 4, sub. Damas, I was shooting myself and Dubba came on. I was a little bit thinking myself, I must admit, so I'm at a 4 as well. Right then, the other one, last ones to rate. So we'll start off with the referee, Sam Allison. I don't think he was that good, particularly, I must admit. I thought he got the Emil Kraft booking right, I thought. But he was giving every soft decision to them a lot of the time at times, and it was like, So, I don't think he was that good yesterday, the referee. That was Sam Allison. So, a 3 for the referee. It didn't impress me at all, him. Like, he really, really didn't impress me at all. So, a 3 for the referee, Sam Allison. 5. Ref 2, Richard 3, Richard Shane. Ref 0 needs Specsavers, says Julie. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with that referee. So, ref was useless, didn't know the rules, 0. Ref 4, REV, off. You spend as long as he did looking at that video, it's not clear and obvious. Goal that never should have been ruled out, not a clear and obvious error, says Bia. In a way, Burn does have a right to go and challenge for the ball in a way. Or they're just giving it because they disallowed it because his arm just catches him. So there's a lot of controversy over the disallowed goal as well from us as well. So ref 3, as I reckon, Shearer's goal should have been stood, as a lot of people said it should have been stood as well. Even Shearer thinks it should have stood as well. So yeah. Okay then, fans, 10 out of 10 as always, brilliant. We kept going for 90 minutes. We know we were venting our frustrations out. A lot of that first half because it was unacceptable, but we stuck by the lads and we kept going, and that was the main thing as well. And we were brilliant as well throughout the rest of the game. So that's what our fans are about on a match day. We pack out week in, week out, and that's what we're all about as well. So a 10 for our fans as always. It was a foul by Vern, forearm smash. Well, there's a lot of people saying it could have been. That's refereeing again. That's not the purpose of VAR. It's 10. It's a 10. Fans a 10. If I remember right, Bonds was the only Premier League to double figures for 3 years in a row. Yes, he has actually. Fans 100, fans a 10. Yeah. Middle on the night yesterday, unlike our host, Fulham fans were really quiet, weren't they? Apart from the come on Fulham chance, that's the only thing I really heard from them, unfortunately. But Craven Cottage, it's a nice ground. It is a nice ground to go to, I would say. I know it's not the biggest of grounds, but I don't think it's a bad ground at all. Twice I've been there, and 2 wins I've seen us get there as well. So,
you doing Burnley?
I'm looking into that one actually.
Imagine in there, Magic going in there. We in fucking hell.
I've not done that yesterday. Fans 100, but that PD was quiet, says Andrew.
Apparently, Burnley's concourse is shite.
I've heard it hasn't got a lot of good reviews actually. Peter, are you a regular cottager? Well, second time I've been there now, so yeah, a pleasant walk by the river too. I didn't get a chance to walk by the river, so if I go down to Fulham again, looking at something to do like that, which would be canny as well.
Is
the times I've always walked from Hammersmith all the way to Craven Cottage, which isn't a big long walk. It's only about half an hour, 45 minutes, something like that.
Is there any of the stadiums? Any in the West London stadiums?
I didn't actually. However,
Tom, any?
Which one?
Either Brentford, Chelsea, or QPR.
I didn't see those, unfortunately. How? I did see on the train, you always see the Emirates Stadium. Now, I think on the train as well coming back, I think I did catch a slight, but I might be wrong, a slight glimpse of Spurs.
You know what it is when if a lot of one has Chelsea fan who could be going down with. I'm gonna take the limbs out of him when we go past Emirates, like, because Chelsea don't like Tottenham and Arsenal.
No, they don't. So, but I think I did caught a slight glimpse of Spurs' ground on the way on the train back. You always catch Emirates because it's right next to the line, quite close to the line. So, not just like 10s and 11s, like saying Bonds because it's goals. Cottage in the bags in a Pogba means I suspect. No, definitely not do that one. No tube straight to Putney Bridge. Obviously, past the Emirates on the train in and out of King's Cross. Ahead, some of the tubes. I think the Circle line was off. I think there was maintenance work on the Circle line apparently on the tube trains as well. But
going straight, no matter.
No, I think that they've done a U-turn.
Like the Tottenham and Forest game got moved because it went straight, no matter.
I think they have. Done a U-turn on it.
And then they got
called off. Yes, it did get called off.
And then they got called off that match, did Tottenham's?
Yeah, it did, but it did. But no, they've called the tube strikes off. It was just yesterday I think it was the Circle line, I think, that had maintenance work and there was no tubes running then. It was just on that line. All the other ones were running, so I think going back to Tom's comment, Putney Bridge is the closest to Craven Cottage. I'm sure it is.
You know what it is.
But last two times I've been to Fulham, I've always walked from Hammersmith, and it's not that far to walk.
You know what it is? I'm dreading the tube like because I've got to go on a few to get to Wembley if I do go.
You can get a direct one from King's Cross to Wembley.
You know what it is? I did on the way back from Wembley, but it was like a freaking nightmare getting to Wembley.
But yeah, I know you can get direct tube from King's Cross to Wembley. He loves cottage cheese with chives. How does a train do a U-turn? Go on, Ian. Ben Mason was disappointed with Cardiff losing to Sunderland last week.
No, he's not.
It is a 10-minute walk along the river system. I'll have to try and look into do that next time.
Both teams are shite, Ian.
But the last two times I've always walked from Hammersmith all the way down to Craven Cottage. Oh, bloody hell, Ronald. Anyway, so well then, so we've done. Oh, I've missed one out. How did I forget? That man there, Mr. Eddie Howe. Wasn't acceptable for about 20 odd minutes of the game, but Eddie had a roll, rightfully get into them, and rightfully so. And it was a lot more better after that, which was good. And we got the win. So Eddie Howe, what should we give Mr. Howe? I'm going to give Eddie Howe a 7. I think I had to really go rightfully into them because that wasn't acceptable the first 20 odd minutes of the game. So you had to really get into them as well. You need and Howe is 7 from Mr. Andrew as well. So how did I forget Mr. Edo and Howe? So, but again, not the greatest of performances, but the main thing is it's 3 points. And it's just about points now for the end of the season now to get us into Europe for next season, which one it is. Champions League's going to be out. But Europa League is a possibility, because 6th place is open. 7th is definitely a possibility as well. So, yeah, it's still possible. It's all about points. Space is going to be hard, but we've got some winnable games that we should look to be winning now throughout the remainder of the season as well. It's just all about getting those points now come the end of the season to try and get us into Europe for next season as well. So, yeah, but the main thing is it was 3 points for us yesterday, and that's all that mattered for us. So, there you go. There you go. How was St. Petey and Mason a 9? 4 minus 10 says Colin. We won. You can't get better. That's the main thing. It's a win. That's all we were fussed about as well. So there you go. There you go. So then, guys, we're going to now start to draw the show to a close. What we got coming up on the channel throughout next week, so far is planned. It'll be preview for Spurs game. So far on the Thursday. If we do anything before that, you will be notified as always. But so far, the next show will, of course, be the preview for Spurs game. Friday will be the Crazy Petey's Football Live show. It'll be back on a Friday night. Saturday, I'll be at the game and Mrs. Mason as well. So keep an eye out for the quick thoughts and the fan reactions after that. And, of course, either on the same night, depends what time I get back. But if not, it'll definitely be. But if it's not, it'll be on the Sunday. It'll be the match review and the player ratings show after that as well. So that is what we got coming up so far for next week. I'll just run in front of this. From the thanks, lads. Let's help the Spuds. How word of the week? Mason wear Cardiff shirt live on a Friday night trophy finish top 6. See more life in a butcher's shop than Fulham ground. Great share, lads. Take care. All cheers, Wayne. When is the hot tub stream, says Ian? We're open the space. Yes, we are. But tense, Andrew. So there you are. Well then, so remember, guys, Rachel tonight, Peter Mason, and everyone. Cheers, Lee. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, of course, you do remember to hit the thumbs up because that does keep us up those search results on YouTube as always. Of course, please, if you are brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, and you really, really enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow as well. And it's all down to you guys that helps make this channel grow as well. And, of course, hit that bell notification that will let you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video takes place on the day as well. So I will notify you what is upcoming on this channel. And if you like to donate to the channel, of course, feel free to do so. And if you want to become a member for just 99p a month, hit that join button to become a member and you'll be put into the next prize draw we do on this channel. So, yeah. So if you want to be in with a chance of that, your chance to become a member for only 99p a month. So there you go. Great show tonight, Peter Mason and everyone. Cheers, Lee. Great show. Well done, lads. Cheers, David. Goodbye, everyone, and take care, says Julie. Have a safe week all, says Andrew. Well done, Gateshead. How are the Heed? Yeah, well done to Gateshead. They are off to Wembley again. Hopefully, they will win it this time as well. So that would be great if they do that. And Andrew says, how are the Heed? See you later, everyone. You as well, Tom. Again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And again, so far, our next scheduled live show is so far going to be Thursday. But again, if we do think of anything to do before that as well, you will be notified as always. Ian says, how are the lasses? Yes, I'm at that game as well, a week today as well. When they take on Huddersfield, hopefully it's that is the trophy lifted and they win that. Because they've been fantastic this season. I'm going to be there next week. So, possible I might look to do a vlog down there next week. So, which I'm thinking about doing if possible. So, there you go. Well, then, guys, that is us done again for tonight. So until next live show, guys, me and Mason will see you all later, everyone. See you later. Take care, all. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch us all later, everyone. Good night. See you later. Take care. Lawrence, I get your tickets for the women's game in advance as prices will go up. I've got mine sorted already, which is great. So thank you, guys. See you later, everyone. Take care. Away the lads. And away the lasses as well. Good night, everyone. See you later.